How to Stop Time by Matt Haig. Hi everyone and welcome. This is How to Stop Time by Matt Haig, the author of The Midnight Library, and overall nice person from what I could see on social media. But let's dig into the story at hand. How to Stop Time is about Tom Hazard, who is a man of over 400 years old. So he has a condition that makes him age really, really slowly, as you can see. So he's born in 1581. And he sort of suffers a lot. I guess he suffers from not having a great time, even though he has a lot on his hands. But also, he's in search of his daughter, who was born sometime, I guess, in the 1600s. So he believes she's also, really, aging very slowly as he is. So he has the same condition as him. But he was forced to sort of abandon her and her mother because during that time they were in London during witch hunts and witch trials, and he's seen firsthand what can happen if you're indicted of something like that, if someone around you is indicted of something like that. And people start to notice that he ages differently. So his wife at the time would age, but he would remain a teenager. So that's the premise, and he sort of had to skip boat, I guess. He's also part of a society of people like him that age very slowly. Really old geezers, I guess. Jesus, am I gonna get cancelled for this? They go on various tasks around the world, and along the time, because it's a very long time frame, over 400 years. And the idea of this society is to protect those with their condition, but also to protect and protect the outside world, sort of like keeping their secret to themselves and not reveal it to the outside world, because the idea would be that even after hundreds of years, people would still go on a witch hunt, and they would see them as freaks or something, and bad things might ensue. So that's basically the premise. Very old person looking for a long lost daughter for really hundreds of years. It takes us through a lot of places and a lot of moments in time. He meets Shakespeare, for example. He meets there's a writer and I forgot his name. And there are a bunch of situations like this, and in a way this is how the book is built. It will go from present day to the past and then back at it. He's sort of reminiscing things as he goes along. And this is one thing that I liked about the book, the pacing of the book, because it has these sort of short chapters, a couple of pages long, where he's in the past, he's doing something, then he comes back, and or rather he's in the present and he's getting a headache, and it generates a flashback to the past, and he's going and he's back and he's going back, and I think it's nice, and it keeps you there. It keeps you following the pages, following the book, following the chapters until you're almost at the end. As sort of a history nerd myself, I think I like the the bits that go to the past, and it feels it's written very vividly, and it does a good job of transporting you back there. And overall, I think it's besides the idea, which I find unique. I mean, he's not a vampire or something, so I think it's a nice approach to longevity. It also makes us reflect on the passage of time and what we do with this time, and if we're taking good care of ourselves first of all and of our loved ones. So yeah, a bit of introspection there, a bit of reflection going on. The one thing I mentioned that I didn't like is towards the end it feels like you know what's coming, you know how it might end, but it feels like it's pushed all of a sudden, and you don't get to, I don't know, you don't have a breather. You're expecting something else, and then out of the bush jumps the opportunity, and it's I cannot say more on this topic, but it just feels like they're reaching the resolution like very quickly, like at the snap of a finger, and then it's going to end, and it felt a bit rushed, or I don't know, too sudden for my taste. But overall, a really nice book, and I would recommend it to readers of all genres. It's nice. It's really nice, and it has that thriller, I guess, thing to it, with bits of history, or rather fall history, like imagined history. Alternative history, I guess. I mean, you insert your character in places that actually existed, and alongside people that actually existed, which is a nice touch. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. All right, that was How to Stop Time by Matt Haig. Ignore the book cover. I mean, the book cover is the same in all languages. Mine's in Romanian, but I would say give it a go. And thanks for watching.